Hello everyone, welcome to or back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Lexi and welcome to College Week Tech Prep Day. I am so excited for this video, but before I really get into it, a couple things. If you have not seen Planning Day, which is the first day of this College Prep Week, check that out so you understand exactly what is going on here. Also, if you have not yet, follow me on Instagram so you do not miss when I'm going to be doing any weeks like this, and you can answer my polls and questions and whatever I ask on there so you can really be a part of my community on my channel. Also, like I said yesterday, I will be putting like a checklist of all the apps on my website for you to digitally download onto, again, whatever device, or if you want to print them, I'll have multiple versions on there for you to take and use. Okay, so before this gets lengthy, let's get right into it. So the first thing, you guys are going to be like, duh, if you already know this, but if not, super cool, is all of the Google apps. Google has so many different things. You can use them on your computer, iPad, iPhone, literally anything. You can work alone, you can work in groups, all different formats, everything with the Google app. So Google Docs, Google Drive, Google Slides, Google Sheets. There's so many different ones. So I know as a science major, Google Sheets was really handy to work with partners and labs with. I know for a lot of business majors, they do a lot of presentations, so Google Slides comes in really handy. Google Docs just in general for anything. And Google Drive really helps you to keep your classes together and multiple pieces of projects together. So more in depth, I will show those apps now. Okay, so in Google Drive, you can see I have all these folders set up for all my different classes and like people and different things I do in my life. So I can hit this plus sign and add another folder. And I'm going to name this one Agenda Downloads. Create. You hit these three buttons, there's all these choices. You can hit change color, which is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to select this pretty color since I haven't used it yet. When you open the folder, you can hit the plus sign. Upload photos and videos. Okay, so I just selected them all out of my regular photos and videos and imported them all here. So now they're all here for any time I want to use them. And again, like hitting the three buttons gives me all of these options of things to do with them. So a really great app to keep things super organized. Like you can see, I have all of these folders I've created, so just love this app. So Google Docs is really similar, and you can get everything from your Google Drive onto Google Docs. But when I hit the plus sign here, I can choose a template from all of these great, like resume, builder, letter, education, work, legal, human resources, like anything I want. If I wanted to work on like a resume, I can select this one and change up all the things, but it's already pretty much set up for you in a good place. You can add people to collaborate, which is why it's great for group projects, or like your advisor to check out your thing. It'll give you your word count. So just super useful. But that's Google Docs, and obviously like you can make your own blank document, name it whatever you want. But yeah, just super useful for group projects. And lastly, for the Google apps I wanted to show you is Google Slides. You can see some of my presentations I've had to do. But when you add a new presentation, so let's say just YouTube, and create it, you can do all sorts of things. So you can add comments, text, images, shapes, lines, tables. You can also change the theme, and they give you all of these preset themes like in this presentation. So it shows you all the things that you can use super easy. And like obviously I'm on my iPad showing you this, which is awesome. You can also add people to collaborate with. So if you're working on a group project, super easy. You add slides right in the left-hand corner, any of these that you want. So just super easy to use, and ask questions to each other and give speaker notes so you can write down what you're supposed to be saying when you're reading the slide. Here's also the comment section so you can talk back and forth amongst people in your group. But yeah, all in all, just super user-friendly, easy app to use and collaborate with other classmates on. But yeah, basically with everything going on in the world, I'm assuming there will be group projects but contactless. So honestly, these apps are the best way to have contactless group projects because you can all work on it from home and collaborate and put comments and talk on there without writing on your project. So yeah, a super great way to do that. And also personally, I like to normally work on it on my Mac and like type whatever, but I do know like sometimes when I get stuck waiting for a meeting or for a class to start, I do like to open out my phone and like type some notes on there. Like if I come up with an idea just randomly, just like throw it on there and like to read through things. So it just comes in really, really handy for me. The next I have, which is my Lifeline. I have talked about this in a different video, before, but I can't put into words how freaking awesome this app is, and it is called Notability. On Notability, you can see on the left-hand side that I have all my classes. Right now I'm airdropping myself a day planner that I actually made myself that you can download from my website. But as you can see, there's like markers. They give you some colors and some I made myself. So you can write on them with any color you want. And I'm going to put in my plans for the day. You can also use the scissors as a lasso, so if I decide I now want to go in the afternoon with my dogs on a walk, I can just move that there without rewriting it and highlight it to know it's important to me for today. So those are really cool tools that you can use on Notability, and for studying, it's just really easy and convenient to keep everything in one place and I have a million papers to carry around, so it's really awesome for so many reasons, and I owe it my entire life. So yeah, I did not use that app my first semester freshman year, which I am going to admit was the only semester I did not make Dean's List, and it was not like I just missed it. It was I did not make Dean's List, which is like fine, but I'm telling you, ever since that semester, I have made it, and it is because of this app. My tutor had it when I was a first semester freshman and showed me it, and I automatically fell in love, and I cannot say enough good things about it. So there's that one. The next one is called Yuzu. It's a digital book reading thing through Barnes & Noble, which is just really awesome. I'll show you how it works. So on Yuzu, you can see I have like my books from a couple semesters in here. And when I open just this health behavior theory book, you can see like I can scroll through the pages however I want to see. I can swipe to turn pages. So super convenient. Also on the left hand side, you can see cover page, title page, copyright page, dedication, each section and chapters. So it's really easy to flip through. There's also the option to search the book for any keywords you're looking for. The book can also be read to you. You can change the colors. If you wanted like day, night, sepia, cayenne. You can change the size of the font, so it's really, really easy to use. You can also highlight, so if you just hold your finger down, or if you have an Apple Pencil and drag across, you can highlight whatever you want. If you also want to change the color, you can do yellow for important, blue for exam, and pink for needs clarification. I can hit note and say like ask after class, save, and now when I hit the little pink box, it'll show me my note that I have written with that section. I can bookmark it and do all different things. See my bookmarks on the side of where I've marked in the past and when I did that. So it's really user friendly and easy to use, and it's helped me get assignments done and learn things very quickly. And also if you hit these three little circles in the bottom, you can see all the figures in each section of the book, as well as flashcards that you can make on your own. So it's a perfect place to do that too. So all in all, I just love Yuzu, but really would say any digital book company or app is probably great. That's how it works. Just a great app, especially if your school uses Barnes & Noble. It's super easy to get the books on there. Also, I forgot to mention for Notability and Yuzu, since I am blessed with an iPad and an Apple Pencil, I do prefer to use both of those on my iPad. But again, you can actually open both of those from, okay, let me go back. Notability, I don't know if it's just a me thing or if you can't do it. I can open it on my phone, but I can't get my documents on my phone. So I do not ever cross-use Notability. Actually, I pretty much just use it on my iPad. For Yuzu, you can open it on your computer, iPad, or iPhone, which is really awesome. So next, another one that I have talked about before. It is called Brainscape. It is a virtual flashcard app. I love it because I personally have tried to carry around a wad of written flashcards. I lose them, I get them wet, I ruin them, I can't carry them all. So many reasons I can't stand it, and I make a lot of flashcards, and this app is just amazing. I will show you why. So you can see I have some classes that I've made from past semesters. When you hit the plus sign, you can add a new class name. So I'm going to call this YouTube video ideas. So that would be like the overview of your class if you were in like biology. Here you can add a deck name. So you can put like unit 1. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to call it College Prep Week. And then once you're in here, you can add a card. So on the front, I'm going to put Tech Prep. And on the back of the card, I'm going to put the answer, which for the sake of this video, I'm just being silly. But you could put the front and the back of the card with the question and answer, and you can study them that way, or you can study them in reverse with the premium version, which is what I have because I use it so often. But yeah, it's just really awesome that there's so many ways to do this, and you can flip the question and answer if you accidentally type them on the wrong side. So it's really, really easy to use. But yeah, then you just hit save your deck when you're done, and it'll all be there on your iPad, computer, and iPhone if you have the app on all three. So now I'm going to study just 2 cards because I only have 1. When you flip the card, you get to rank how you know it. So I hit 5, which is I really know it. Now when I hit 1, that's not at all. it'll show up more often than when I hit the blue saying I did know it. So really just an awesome app. So yeah, like I mentioned before and I just told you, like it's the best app for making millions of flashcards and learning them really quickly. So I love to use Brainscape on my Mac to type them all out as fast as possible. You can also copy and paste on there, which is super nice. Also, actually, while I'm thinking about it, I do use my Yuzu books and copy the words and paste them into my flashcards, which makes it really quick to make super awesome flashcards, so throwing that out there. But I do personally like to make them on my laptop and study them either on my iPad or iPhone. I don't really have a preference. So if you do not really care about the school apps and you just want like some fun productivity apps, the first is called Trello, and Trello is really awesome to keep yourself organized and hold yourself accountable, and also to work with people on projects, which again is going to probably be a pretty big thing with this upcoming semester, and I want you to see like how it works. So I'm going to show you again right here. I'm going to create a new board just to show you how it works. So when I hit create board, since I'm not in school right now, I'm going to do one about YouTube. So I'll name it that, change the background color to red since that'll remind me of YouTube without even reading it. Create it. Then when you make a list, you can name them whatever you want. So I like to name it like to do, and then you add that. Under the to do, I'm going to add a card. So my card is going to be film college prep week. So you can expand that once you type it in. And then you can add a description, which I'm going to say film all 7 videos, since this is a 7-day series. The due date is Sunday, July 19th, because that's the first day I'll be posting it. I'm only going to add myself because I don't have anyone working on this with me, but with a group project, that's super helpful to add your friends that way. Then I'm going to put in a checklist of all the little things that'll add up to actually finishing this project. So I'm going to add the name of every video, which is planning day, then tech prep, which is what we are doing right now, hacks, then what is in my backpack, followed by a Q&A, then a shop with me, and a pack with me. As you can see, like you can add an attachment on here, which is really great for schoolwork. So if you have an assignment, you won't forget what it is because you can put it right there. You can also add labels, which are just more colors in here, which I don't really think is necessary, but like some people like more colors. So now it is all done, and I can literally just click on it and check off every single day. And then I can name like the other list, like finished products, or I can make another list of ideas and like check off the ideas that I do. It's just a really cool app, and I wanted to share that with you all. So yeah, Trello is just really awesome to keep you super organized and on top of what you have to do. And like I mentioned before, that feature where you can put your assignments actually in comes in so handy, because like literally I've gone through and been like, what is this assignment? I obviously knew what I was talking about when I wrote it. Now I have no idea what that assignment was, and just having like the assignment literally there, I can go onto my things I have to do and click on it. It's just been awesome. And how they have the different ability to make boards. You can do like school and personal and work and whatever you're doing in life or in college. So that's really awesome. The next one is Keeper. So I know people are really weird about this kind of thing, but it is an app that holds all of your passwords. I don't know if many people have heard of this one. I personally got into it over the summer, so not really a college thing, but I'm putting it in here because I know at my school we are required to change our password login for all of our school credentials like every semester, every other semester, depending on like what, I don't really know what it's depending on, but depending on something, they make you change your password. So this has really helped me, at least this summer, because I have started YouTube and have a bunch of different accounts to keep all my passwords organized and not use the same password on everything, which I used to be famous for. So I don't know if I should have said that, but I did. So there it is. So I probably shouldn't show you my personal Keeper because I don't think there's a way to do that without showing you my password to everything. So I'm not going to do that for this one. It's pretty self-explanatory once you get in there, and literally all it is a place to keep your passwords. But I just know, especially for things like also my parents are responsible for, that I now need to be able to get access to like my healthcare information and whatever else. Like it's just important for me to have passwords and ability to do that. So that is why it is in this video. Okay, this might be the dumbest thing I've ever said on here because I might just be from the middle of nowhere and never heard of this. But I really truly hadn't heard of it before college, but it is called Venmo. I don't you probably are like, this girl is from outer space. No, I truly did not know what Venmo was before college. Maybe it's a newer thing. Maybe I'm just out of, I don't know, whatever, Venmo. And honestly, if we're throwing that out there, I can probably say it at the same time because I don't think I should show you any of this stuff of my own. But Venmo is the best way to pay other people. And I know I do it all the time because I am sometimes, not always, forgetful and don't have a wallet or money, or we end up going somewhere and I got out of class and I'm like, dude, we're gonna have to stop home for going, and they're like, don't worry about it, just Venmo me. So it comes in handy all the time. You hook up a credit card, or if you're lucky, someone else's credit card. No, I'm kidding, don't do that unless you have permission, whatever. I need to stop rambling. Anywho, to pay your friends, that, and also the Apple Wallet. Even if you do not have an Apple card, I know for me personally, if I get a gift card, I love to put it right on my Apple Wallet. So if I lose the gift card or don't have like a wallet physically on me, I can still use all of those great things and not spend my own money on them, because when you're given a gift card, it is nice to actually use it, because I know sometimes I get them and don't use them. So for that purpose, if you are going to get a credit card for school, if you have the opportunity, I have the Apple card and I personally think it's amazing. The Apple card literally, which I didn't even know when I got it, has 3 numbers attached to it. So the number you use for like actual Apple Pay, like when you scan your phone for Apple Pay or use Apple Pay online, that's one number. There's a number you can actually physically type in. So that's a virtual card number, and that is a second number. And then the actual physical card has the 3rd number attached to it. So I learned, because I had to dispute a charge on my Apple card, which, whatever, that when they had to shut down my one number, it only shut down that, so I could still use the card in those other forms. And I use my bank account to pay that off through the Apple app. Super easy. They remind you when to pay. They tell you how much you spent in a month, what you spent money on. So yeah, just a ton of reasons I love the Apple card and Apple Wallet. So throwing that out there in case any of you have the opportunity to get that or use those. Last but not least is LinkedIn. Now, I am a science major, so this doesn't really apply to me as much. If you look me up on LinkedIn, you'll be like, I don't know why she's talking about that. But I do know I probably, even as a science major, would be more active on my LinkedIn had I set it up straight out of high school, or like in my earlier years of college if you are returning and haven't set that up yet, because it is great for applying to internships or jobs or anything else really that you go to college for to use like after. I don't know if that made sense, but it is just great to start working on it now if you have some time, because once you get to school and start joining clubs and all those other things, it's going to be a lot to put on to a LinkedIn or a resume or anything you're attaching to it. So I just wanted to throw that out there just so you could start building your professional self sooner than later, because I know there's nothing I hate more than getting behind, which is why I throw that out there. But yeah, that is it for my tech prep for college prep week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was super helpful, whether, like I said, you're a freshman going to college for the first time, which I envy you, honestly, going to be a senior. If you are an upperclassman, like I said, some of these I just started using this summer and can't wait to use at school and wish I had them my whole experience. But that is it for today's tech prep video. I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.